So following on from my little video last week, I thought I'd say hi again. A few people have said to me to keep talking, so I just thought I'll see what happened. I'm actually lying on the beach. Look, I've even got my belly out because it's just so glorious. It's absolutely stunning. Part of me is thoroughly enjoying this vitamin D. Another part of me is reflecting to last year where we had the Beast of the East, and I was in the middle of my final year on my MA, and I remember being on the beach one morning at like 6 a.m. dancing, and it was -6 degrees and there was snow and ice on the beach, and just the contrast to today, which then makes me think about contrasts in life and how our stories dictate that. So one moment, and I notice this is happening a lot for me and quite a few of my friends and clients right now, is we've been discussing how we go into the polar opposites. So one moment feeling incredibly empowered and incredibly embodied and full of life and vitality and self-awareness and self-surety, and the next going into the most uncomfortable, soul-destroying place of really old stories and patterns of thinking, I'm really shit, I can't do this, I'm really worthless, nobody loves me, I smell of poo, that whole thing. I'm going to go into the garden and eat worms. And the pain that causes in the split, in our psyche and in our heart and in our body, that split. But having to, as a growth point, navigate our way through that and know each one so deeply, so then we can make a choice of actually, what do I want in this moment, and recognizing. I think the key thing is to recognizing what's being played out. So when we start to recognize, oh, this is a really old paradigm, this is a really old narrative and story I'm playing, and which part of me, how old am I at this point, which part of me is playing out, can we scoop up that part and the adult part of us come in and say, it's okay, I've got you, we can do this, we've come this far, I'm now older than I was, and so still struggling with that age thing. That's another video, but really looking at how we can navigate through. So can we allow ourselves that vulnerability and the recognition of those times that we go into a place of absolute self-flagellation, and the times that we go into feeling really empowered and sure of who we are. But as we swing, can we lessen and allow the gravitas between each one to come to more of a still point? Can we? And that's the journey, isn't it? I'm sure, is to find and integrate all the aspects of self. They're talking about finding the full authenticity of being, and can we actually be authentic without really owning and honing and loving those really vulnerable parts of us that are playing out when we feel vulnerable, when we feel afraid, when we go into that fight, flight, freeze, and so that when we eventually allow ourselves to be the fullness of who we are as an adult, it's the reclamation of all those soul parts, isn't it, from all those traumas that have happened, where aspects can leave and dissipate. That's a shamanic way of looking at it, and it's about us and our journey of self-reclamation so that we become whole. And as C Jung says, I'd rather be whole than good. And when we go on the journey for wholeness, it's uncomfortable for us. It's uncomfortable for those that are surrounding us, because we then highlight aspects for them that and mirror things that maybe people are not ready for. So it really calls for a brave heart and a compassionate heart to ourselves. And this is my work that I know that I'm doing. So maybe in this beautiful spring, although it's not even spring, we're still meant to be in water in this day of February, may it be that we find a little compassion for ourselves. Take it easy.